Hello and welcome to the Big R's vlog of 4/20/14. I know, her 4/20, dude. Happy Easter. Anyway, welcome. Yeah, I know. Last week, conventions. But so what do you want me to do? Difficult to pull it off at the convention. I try to sometimes, but just so much going on. Anyway, so we're here tonight, and I want to share a few things. Just a lot of stuff, cool stuff going on. First off, the World Book continues to fill out, as does the Justice and Life Wiki. One of the really big deals, and I mean this is huge, folks. Check the link because Shawn, Gore, and Mark Knapik have instituted a calendar of events that goes from most recent backwards. So it's taking the timeline, which is already on there in the World Book part, but it's reversing that. And it's a separate tab. And it's where all the events happening in the Justice and Life campaign can be put up as concurrent moments, right? Concurrent timeline entries that really, I think, maybe one of the most important ways we show the living, breathing nature of this campaign. So I'm very excited about this. It's a huge development. I'm thankful to Shawn and Mark and everybody else that's involved. I'm looking forward to adding a bunch of stuff to it, and I'm really encouraging everyone who's participating in Justice and Life as well. Actually, just leading right into that, all the people who ever played in Shaintar, some of you, a lot of you, have probably received a direct email from me as well as a direct invite from Obsidian Portal for something called Days Gone By. And this is my love letter to all of you, where I want you to feel that this is your way to be a part of everything that's happened and what's happening now. So in addition to all the other current Just Life campaigns, it's for everybody from previous campaign and convention runs as well. If you played the convention, right, and I told you, hey, keep bringing your character back because you get to keep playing. It's like a living campaign. Your convention experiences, all right, feel free to treat those as part of the real history, right? This is my way of incorporating and including all of you who want to be included in the great canonical shared world experience. I want your characters posted. You can do entire character sheets if you want, or just a little summary. It doesn't have to be even stats, right? Because we're talking about stats for systems way back, Hero System, right? Fusion, even some D20 iterations. So this goes a ways back in terms of game systems used. So it's not even a matter of rules mechanics anymore, but a summary of who they were. And the role they played, and as much as you want to share, as little or as much as you want to share about that character or characters, if you have multiple characters you want to talk about. This is all for you to put up there and share as you will. I'm going to mine that to pull pieces into the official history so that your stories continue, your legends live on. This is for all of you, and I want you to know that if you've not gotten an invite and you feel you've played before and you want an invite to that, drop me a line at evilbeaglegames@gmail.com. I'll get you set up because I want everyone who's ever participated who wants to feel included to be able to do so. From, like I said, previous campaigns where I've lived and convention runs all over. All right, and finally I want to talk about the Thundering Skies. This is our first attempt at doing a meta campaign event, something that affects everyone at the same time. And of course, I'm totally cheating because I'm using the weather, because how cool is that? Weather affects everybody. And it ties directly into some things that we did back at Con on the Cob last year, me and MMK, with the Godstrike Tempest, which is a big crossover thing between Shaintar and the World of Starfall and the Suzerain Continuum. So if you are a game master on the forums and you're already listed, the link that I have below this in the notes, you should be able to hit that and read this if you haven't already, which hopefully by now you have, but if you haven't, definitely read this stuff. If you are a game master running games and you're not officially doing J&L, but you still want to play with this, drop me a line and I will make sure you get access to the information as well. But here's the essence of it. Right now, you've got prevailing weather conditions that affect everyone around the same time. The whole of Shaintar is affected at the same time in one giant, massive weather system. Starting around the first hunt 20th to the 25th of 21. What is the year? The current year, basically, the campaign. I believe it's 2130. I don't remember. Anyway, so you guys can look it up. It's fine. Or I can tell you in just a second, as a matter of fact. I don't know why. I'm sitting here looking at tabs. We're online. We're live. God, Shawn. 3123. I knew there was something. There was a reason my brain was not grokking that, because it was getting the numbers wrong. 3123. So first hunt, which is the second month of spring, 3123. Around the 20th to 25th, the prevailing conditions, basically, the rains come harder and more frequently, and the winds are blowing more fiercely. I mean, this is a way worse storm condition and prevailing storm conditions than in any spring in any of the characters' histories. And it's constant. There's no sunny days. It's constantly drizzly and bad, and on the worst days, you've got -1 notice checks, -1 ranged combat, and people are making a vigor check every hour versus fatigue from exposure to these conditions. Now, by the time you get to planting moons, 25th to the 33rd, right? These are now things are getting even uglier. There are more stormy days than not. The storms are more violent. So, in addition to the constant, drizzle and rain, now it's rainy days and storms. The prevailing weather conditions at the worst times, you have -2 notice checks, -2 for range combat, -1 all agility checks, and vigor checks per minute versus fatigue in the worst conditions. That's especially true from the 25th to the 33rd. Now, in between those dates, right, first hunt 20th to 25th, and then 25th to 33rd, this flex up a little bit, but it's still constantly rainy, very, very few days. We have maybe a little bit of sun. Now, once Red Wolf 4th through the 15th kicks in, right, this is where things get really crazy, right? The beginning of Red Wolf, there's virtually no sunny days anywhere. And starting on the 4th, things have gotten horrific. This is unnatural to the extreme. It's crazy. All of Shaintar is covered by one gargantuan, impossible storm full of violent fury. Pretty much starting on the 4th and continuing until, well, hopefully the 16th of Red Wolf. And this is an event that's happening at AndoCon in Atlanta. And this is the big event that will hopefully resolve this. The prevailing weather conditions are -3 to all notice checks, -3 to range combat, -2 to all agility and agility linked skills, vigor check per round versus fatigue if you are outside. That is how bad the exposure conditions are. All right, this is the conditions of anyone caught outside of the storm's rage all over Shaintar starting on the 4th. So GMs, run with that, have a good time with it. If you want to incorporate the actual things that are happening all over Shaintar in terms of the monsters that the people are dealing with and the entities who are making bad things happen, and you want to run scenarios that tie into this and then make them part of your official campaign, that link that's got everything going on there, there's a link to the scenario write-ups, the story arc write-ups and the monsters and all that. So if you need access to that and don't have it, let me know. All right, so that's that. I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up on that. There's a lot to go on. I just want you guys to know, in addition to all that, I'm working very heavily on a lot of really cool things right now. I've been working very heavily on the Accursed adventure that I'm doing for Accursed fans, but it does have a little hint of something cool in there for Shaintar fans, and I'll leave it at that. Little teaser there. Plus, the guys on the Accursed side are writing one that is very specifically crossing over with Shaintar, so that's coming too. We've got some other things I'm working on, but I have a really cool process I finally developed to keep me more on track and get more productive. So there's a lot more stuff coming, and I'm very excited about that. That's it for now. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for your support, and keep the games going, and peace out.